Go follow us on our Twitter at complete_MMA for the most up-to-date news that we have been sharing on our Twitter. We've been doing a lot of polls. We've been doing a lot of fan favorite interaction with you guys. We've gained over 800 followers over the last couple months, and we're still continuing to grow more. We have also been getting big into our community, MMA Complete Accumulation, which you can find as soon as you guys give us a follow, and it'll be it's the best way to interact with us and have your opinions heard by us and for us to comment right back. So give us a follow on our Twitter, again, at complete_MMA. And if we like what you say and we are interacting with you enough, you will get an invite to the community, and that's the best way to possibly get on the podcast someday with us. So thank everybody for tuning in. Let's get right to the show. Boom, we're live.
Right on time, Steve.
Right timing.
On time.
Right on time.
What's up, motherfuckers?
Guys, I thought you already packed it.
Nope, not yet.
How we doing today?
I thought you fell asleep or
Long
something.
time no see. Been quite a while. Oh man. We have UFC 284 coming up this weekend, and I've been very vocal about how I am not very impressed with this card. I don't think really anybody is.
No. I got some interesting picks though. I've changed my mind on, so I'm going to. I'm curious to see what you guys think.
Yeah.
Because I think there's some traps in this.
Well, you were saying the other day.
It's like that. I'm sorry. There's not a lot of people like know these guys that are fighting. Like it's kind of blah in a way.
Yeah, it's definitely underwhelming. There's not a lot of star power on it, especially in the main card when we usually are used to a good 8 known and ranked fighters. In this case, we only have 5. I think 5 ranked fighters in total. So,
God damn, dude! I fucking thought no one was coming. I moved that.
I told you we should have kept the chair. What's up, bro?
Hey,
Yo, what's good?
Yo,
What's going on, buddy?
looking good.
I fucking just moved that chair.
Yeah,
dude.
you're gonna want to grab that chair.
My fault. You can move my jacket, yeah.
Colby Belanger making a special appearance on the
Live?
podcast for UFC 284. Oh yeah,
Wait,
we
should
actually
we all
just started
we'll all
2 minutes ago.
All right.
If you gotta come behind me.
Oh,
Yeah.
You got that. You got that.
Oh yeah, you've been lifting like a maniac. You better have that.
Be careful of that handle. Okay, yeah, we're good.
With the fucking Marvel Crocs, is that what I see?
I got some giblets on there for sure.
Nice.
That's what they call them, giblets.
Giblets.
Careful
Oh,
with that.
fuck. We messed up.
If you want to go under that. Under?
Oh.
All right, squad's all here. I will. Nah, nice.
Oh.
Okay, UFC 284. You're going there.
Gotcha.
So, like I was just talking about, there's only 5 ranked fighters on this whole card, which is like fucking shit, right?
Yeah.
Besides the 2 main event and co-main event, we have Jimmy Crute, who is a number 13 ranked light heavyweight fighting Alonzo Menafield, and there's none others.
Pedro. What was it?
Tyson Pedro.
Yeah.
I don't think he is. The last time I checked, it was Murzakanov and Jacoby were the last 2 for light heavyweight.
Okay.
Yeah, but he was ranked at one point. He was like number 15.
Gotcha.
So, and there is some people that we know the name, but it's nothing special. You been paying attention to this card at all?
I not really. I know the top 3 fights. They're decent.
All right, so what we have been doing for every card, and by the way, you guys can check out our Twitter at complete_MMA for every one of our picks. We post all of our picks beforehand, and I already did so for mine. We go for every single fight, and we put our picks down. We also have 4 locks that we got to put for every card.
Mm-hmm.
So do what you want to do, but if you want to be like one of the cool kids, you're going to go by our format, and we're going to pick all the fights.
I don't even know how I did last week. I don't even know.
I'll give you a real quick refresher.
Yeah.
All 3 weeks, Austin has either been first or tied for first for our
Keep that
picks.
up.
Okay.
Last week, UFC Vegas 68. Austin was 8.5 of 11 because we counted the tie between Kyle Nelson and Duho Choi as a half a point.
Right.
So you got 8.5 of 11 or 8 out of 10 if you want to be correct. I got 7.5 out of 10 of 11, and Steve got 5.5 of 11.
Oh damn, Steve! What the fuck happened?
I had a bad card. I'm joking.
Hey, but we did all pick Adam Fugit, who was plus 270, the biggest underdog of the card that won. So we did all get that.
Yep.
So we're good on that.
That was a good bet.
UFC 284 is coming up this weekend, and I kind of just want to hop right into it, fellas. What do you think?
I want to.
We good?
I'm down.
I want it.
Let's do
All
it.
right, here we go. First fight of the night. We have. Let me see how to fucking say this guy's name.
I wish I had my computer.
We have Zubaira Tukhugov versus Elvis Brenner. Tukhugov is minus 575. Brenner at plus 425. We have Tukhugov with a 4.5-inch reach disadvantage, even though he's the favorite, and an inch height disadvantage. So Brenner, the taller and longer competitor. We have Tukhugov, who is the big favorite. He's been in many fights in the UFC, and he is a borderline like top 20 flyweight. Borderline, yeah, he's top 20 flyweight. Brenner is also coming in a bit of short notice. I think he's only been in camp for a little under a month, whereas Tukhugov has had this fight. He was supposed to fight Joel Alvarez, who is almost a ranked fighter as well.
Is this a setup?
So
Is this a setup?
because of the 4.5 reach advantage,
It's
it's almost like we want to look at Brenner.
I kind of want to look at Brenner a little bit here, Zach. I mean, I think Brenner. I mean, probably could go the distance at most. I don't think he would win, but
This is his first fight in the UFC.
Okay.
First fight.
that's even more mysterious. That's fucking.
That's not a bad thing.
So he was in the PFL. He was in IF. He was in Future FC. And one thing, it does
One
look like
fight
he's
in
a submission
each.
artist. All of his
Wow.
finishes have been by submission.
I was gonna shout that out too. A lot of sub wins.
Mm-hmm.
He fought one fight in each
Now,
promotion.
can we go to?
Bounced around.
I know I'm asking a lot from you, Zach. Can you go to the other guy on SureDog and see if he's good on the ground, or if anything, has he been submitted before?
Tukhugov is good on the ground.
He is
He's
good
a
on the
wrestler. He's not a jiu-jitsu artist.
I love wrestlers.
And he's fought a lot of good competition. He drew with Lerone Murphy, who's a budding featherweight contender.
Mhm.
He lost to Renato Moicano. He beat Kevin Aguilar, who just competed in the first fight of the year, first card of the year.
Mhm.
He lost to Duadu, who is ranked, and Ricardo Ramos. Who else is here?
Gumbo, maybe.
Oh shit, is Dylan coming too? We need more chairs.
Gumbo Moonshine.
What's up, motherfucker? Full
Shit.
house.
Full
What do you
house.
got there?
A little bit
You got
of
actual
Peach.
crown?
Crown
Okay.
Peach.
Okay.
Oh,
Capiche?
Oh,
We're gonna have to find some
Full
over chair.
house.
If you want to run upstairs and grab a chair, I don't know.
Yes, sir.
Well, this is we can't even get this pod for live reactions. This is pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, so Tukhugov and Brenner. I'm gonna tell you guys right now. I do understand that Brenner has the reach advantage. I understand that he's a little bit of an anomaly because it's his first UFC fight. But Tukhugov is a consummate contender, and Brenner's on a short notice fight. So I'm going with Tukhugov personally.
That checks out. You have to expand that mic too.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw you guys. I'm gonna throw you guys over here.
Damn. Can't copy paste that real quick. You're not proficient with Excel.
Dude, I totally forgot to send you mine. Didn't even really look at it, but I'll do it right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're all doing
I'm
it
gonna
right
go
now.
over it.
I'm freestyling. I haven't even looked at this card too much. I've just been seeing slap fight promotion.
Tukhugov versus Brenner is where we're at right now. Brenner has a 4.5-inch reach advantage. He's on a short notice fight. Tukhugov is been in the UFC for a hot minute.
What's his first name?
Lightweight. Fucking you really putting me on the spot like that? Hold on.
Brenner.
Elvis Brenner versus Zubaira Tukhugov.
Elvis. Sick name.
I'm
I've
picking
heard
Tukhugov.
I've heard of Tukhugov, so I'm gonna have to go with him.
Dill's going Tukhugov. Okay.
Heard it. Heard the name.
Anyone else? Do we need to talk about it a little bit more?
Nah, I'm straight on that. I mean, it does seem like a little bit of a setup.
We can pass.
No, you can't pass.
Oh.
No, I'm not passing. I'm saying I'm
Tukhugov minus 575, Brenner plus 425. So we know what we're talking for odds.
yeah.
Brenner's first fight in the UFC, and every
Mhm.
single organization he's fought in, he's only fought one fight.
He has a
He's
lot of
fought in
submission
four
wins.
different organizations
What
each time.
organizations? Like
PFL, IFC.
PFL, IF, Future FC. You know, Not like cream of the crop, but
He has
decent.
three submission wins,
By the way, Takugov seems to always go to decision except for 2 TKO wins.
and he's filling in on short notice.
Brenner is on short notice.
On a month, right?
A little bit less than a month. It's like
27
days, some shit like that.
Man,
what's
if they're-
Tukagov's record?
25-1. Brenner 13-3.
25-5-1.
25. Yeah,
25-5-1.
I think so.
yeah.
Yep.
You're telling me a
5-1.
dude is 25-1, and we're thinking
Oh no,
about
I
betting
said
against
25-1.
I think it's
not
20
25-1.
25.
Like he has a
25.
draw.
Okay.
He has a draw.
You're
There you
right.
go.
20-5.
Well,
All right, so I'm looking for you three.
Just
Or
saying.
Colby, did you say
I'm saying
Takugov?
Takugov.
Okay.
yeah, I'm going.
Brenner's picture on the UFC card isn't even like the UFC headshot. It's just like a picture of him on his Instagram.
Hmm.
Look at this.
Oh, there's there's another one. Francisco Prado versus Jamie Malarkey. It's the same thing because he's on a short notice as well.
Yeah.
All right, boys, what are we saying?
Who's gonna ride with the favorite?
Took.
I am gonna do the same.
All right.
I am not gonna fade Kook.
Duke.
I'm telling you though, it is interesting.
It is interesting. Anytime you got
I'm
a
gonna
guy
put a
in your
sprinkle.
first.
I'm just put a sprinkle on that.
Oh, definitely, 100%.
All right, so coming up next, we
Wild card.
have
He's a wild card.
Mm-hmm.
Shane Builder,
I don't know.
Shane Young versus Blake Builder.
Should we have the numbers up there? Do you
I already
think,
put
like-
him up there. I
Yeah.
already put him up
Do you
there.
think that influence?
I think it does, but I think we're getting all the information,
Yeah.
True. Yeah.
Um,
I don't think it helps or hurts. I think it's just
Yeah.
more info, like you said.
besides, if
I
we're
think it
like,
influences
if we're
a
like, I
little
can't
bit.
pick
Yeah.
one or the
A
other,
little
and
bit.
one of them's minus 500, we're like, okay, I'm gonna pick
Yeah.
that guy.
True.
Like that last one, I would have been like on the fringe, but I didn't know the number.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I would've
gives you more
I
information.
probably would have honestly picked the favorite. I mean the underdog.
Pick that dog.
If I didn't know the number.
All
I
right,
don't-
Blake Builder versus Shane Young featherweight fight. Shane Young 13-6, Blake Builder 7-0. Builder is the underdog at plus 120, Young at minus 140. Let's take a look at some of the records real quick.
7-1. What's that one?
It's a draw.
It's a draw.
If it's no
Oh.
contest, it's like in parentheses.
Okay.
So Shane Young on a 2-fight losing streak. Ludwig Klein and Omar Morales are two decent featherweights right now. Klein, not so much. Omar Morales is on the up and up. He's like a 23-year-old. So
Fought since
his first fight was against Alexander Volkanovski. That's a hell of a fucking way to enter the UFC.
Yeah,
And he is Australian as well, so he's got the hometown
Mm,
advantage too with the card. So
We're looking at a 72-inch,
That's
and Young has a 4-inch reach
a good
advantage.
shout.
mhm.
4-inch reach advantage. Let's see what we're looking at here. Young, not one to go for takedowns. He has 2. Builder, only his second fight. It's his first fight in the UFC. He got a submission win in the first round in his last one.
Which
So, all right, this is interesting.
on
Builder.
the series.
Blake Builder got a submission in his first
I think I watched
in
that
his first
one.
win in the Dana White Contender Series.
Yeah.
He has a 4-inch reach disadvantage, whereas Shane Young has a 4-inch reach advantage, but his takedown defense is only 56%. That's not very good.
And you're looking at somebody who just got
you just got a
So
win
you're
by
looking at
submission.
a sub win.
But it was in the
You're
Dana White
looking at-
Contender Series.
Right. So how much can you really matter? It kind of.
He's got
um,
submission wins in some of his other fights. I know they're not like super good organizations.
So we got a
but
jiu-jitsu guy versus a striking guy. We have and the striking guy, Shane Young,
Not good takedown defense.
in a 2-fight skid, also with not great takedown defense, but he has a reach advantage. This is very close. Like if he didn't have the reach advantage, I
I'll
would
go
go with
first.
Builder.
I would go first. I'll go first. I'm picking Young.
Picking
Picking
Young.
Shane Young.
Yeah.
I'm going with my first gut instinct reaction, and the information that you're giving me and telling me. I'm picking Young. You know, I know he's on a 2-fight losing streak, but I don't really look at that. You know, Omar Morales is a good fighter.
Mhm.
I don't know what happened the last fight. I don't really count first round knockouts in a minute, like
Yeah.
minute 16. Like, okay, maybe he got lucky. You know what I mean?
Got caught.
I'm gonna go with Young. 2-fight skid. It's a skid. It's not the real
I like
thing,
that pick.
in my opinion.
Oh.
So that's what I'm going with. You know?
I might fade you.
Where is this?
This is his competitor. So he is This says because
Alex
he
Morgan,
tied.
the soccer player.
Where did he fucking tie? He drew with Dennis Linton in 2018. Since then, he's rattled off 5 wins in a row. Caged aggression and CFF.
Armbar, triangle choke. You want a guy to
So he has TKO, triangle choke, armbar. Most of his wins are by finish, which I do like. Round 1, round 3, round 2, round 1. This is Blake Builder, by the way, again making his first fight in the UFC against Shane Young. Shane Young, who does have the reach advantage, has the experience, is 7-0-1. This guy is 13-3. Right? Did I get that right? Oh, this guy's 7-0.
Yeah, you reversed them, but yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I get what you're saying. Yeah. So Shane Young's 13-3. I'm gonna fade. I'm gonna go Builder. I like that he's good on the ground. I like he's making his debut against a guy in a 2-fight
This is my new
skid.
thing. This is my new
And I got to be honest with you. This card in
Yeah,
particular,
don't fuck with me.
we never see this, but in this card in particular, I am kind of fading reach advantages. Like there's a couple fights
Yeah.
on this card that I'm like, we always go for the reach. And these 4-inch reach advantages, they're significant, but they're not like the 6, 7, 8-inch where we're like, you have to. pick
Young
it
is the
now.
hometown dog. The
Yes,
other
he
guy
is.
is training 18 hours, and I've heard a report from a guy that I know that bets, and he says that a lot of fighters are coming in this week,
Mhm.
and they're not going to be prepared from that long fight. You've seen it happen before. This is the
That's
first event in Australia in 3 years.
That's a really
So,
good show, actually.
Since
You know, I don't-
Whitaker
You're going
Adesanya.
to see a lot of jet lag,
Yeah.
people that aren't themselves, just because of the environment,
Mhm.
too. So that's
That's a
also
good-
another
You got to
reason.
think, like, if you're going from
Take a
LA,
lot of overs.
LA to Australia is not that bad.
It's 18 hours.
I mean, it's
Seth.
not terrible, but it's a long flight.
It's 18 hours.
It's,
John
it's,
Anik-
it's
John Anik
18-hour
took-
flight,
It took 3
But
flights
it's-
for him to get.
but it's like a 2-hour time discrepancy. It's not like you're going from 2 o'clock in the morning to 10 o'clock at night.
It's an 18-hour flight.
Yeah, but that's down. That's not across. It's a little bit across, but it's only like a 2-hour difference. So jet lag is a factor, and especially if they're getting there this week. But it's not like it's not like going to UK. Like that's a fucking time change
It's not as far of a flight.
because it's going across rather than going south for this.
we're
flight.
into the logistics of geography.
I know,
know
but I'm
what?
just saying. I'm just saying. Jet lag is flying a long time. It's not so much.
No,
time.
jet lag is when the time zone changes. And I like
It's
Bill
an
there.
18-hour flight.
And I like the fact that he is.
It takes
he seems
3
to be good on the ground.
separate airplane flights to get there. 3
Anybody
separate
else?
airplane flights.
Can I grab a beer? Do you have
I
You still have another-
don't know if I have any more beer in there.
You're
an
drinking
IPA
Crown, bro.
from last night?
It's right there if you want it. It's
So-
not good.
There's
Don't have that.
a lot of Australian people on this card, and out
Of
of all
course.
of them, I feel like Young is probably one of the weaker people
I like
for
that sweatshirt,
Australia.
by the way.
Thank you. I am going to fade.
You're going Builder?
I'm going to Builder.
Okay.
As a man.
Now, this is what usually happens. Me and Steve, we get into a fucking rhythm. We're like, we like this guy. Austin fades us, and Austin fucking gets it. So I'm just warning you now. This has happened before. Dylan, last one. Builder or Young?
Builder. Absolutely.
Oh, boy. Okay. I don't like Builder that much now.
Don't
like that. All right. Moving next.
What did you pick?
I picked Builder.
Oh, you did.
Yeah, I picked Builder. The lone woman's fight on this card. I think it's the plug behind you. The lone woman's fight on this card. We have Elise Reed versus Loma Luke Boonmi.
Oh,
Luke
Luke
Boonmi
Boonmi.
minus 310. Reed plus 250. Take a tail of the tape. We got a 1.5-inch reach advantage for Reed. Height is virtually the same. 7-3 record for Luke Boonmi. 6-2 for Reed. Let's go ahead and check out their recent fights. I know the name Luke Boonmi more than Reed. So that might just be because she has a fucking
It's a
memorable
wild
name. Yeah.
name. I remember it too.
Luke Boonmi, 3 of her last 4 fights, she's won.
Keep saying it over and over in my head. Luke Boone.
Reed is 2-2 in the UFC. She has 2 better wins, in my opinion, though.
Well,
Corey
it's-
McKenna's a
Corey
good
McKenna
win.
is a good fight.
Sam
with the
Hughes
underdog.
is a really good loss. It's a decent loss. Sarah Eubanks is a decent loss. I have not heard of Melissa
Put me
Martinez.
down as taking the underdog.
Okay.
That is my
Luke
pick.
Boonmi did beat Hughes, though, and she beat Jinyu Frey. She lost to Angela Hill. She actually has a really good record, too.
Angelo's.
It's a very good fight, actually.
It's
That's
very
the
close.
The line is not as.
If we look at this though, Luke Boonmi definitely goes for takedowns. She has 74% takedown defense, 47% takedown accuracy is good, and she only averages 1.8 takedowns per fight though. I think in her last couple fights she's had a lot more. And if you look at this, she's gone to decision every single fight.
And same thing with the.
Elise Reed has been stopped twice by TKO, and she's gone to decision for both wins.
Well, yeah, both are wins.
Takedown accuracy is 100% for Elise Reed. She
She
only went for takedowns in her last fight, though. She got taken down a lot in her previous fights. Ooh, this could
It was
be
a good
Luke
fight.
Boonmi. This could be Luke Boonmi going for some takedowns.
Reed.
Austin's going Reed.
I'm gonna go with Austin on that one.
The chick fight.
Big chick fight. It'll probably end in a decision.
Dude, the chick fights too.
Damn,
The
man,
underdogs
damn.
always hit for the chick fights. I don't know what it is. It's
that.
much closer. Much closer.
Takedown
What do you mean
defense
you don't know
only
about that?
50% for Luke
You
Boonmi.
think
I'm
every
going for
single
Luke
one?
Boonmi. I'm
No,
taking her.
obviously not.
I'm
Most
taking
of the
the
time,
name.
the underdog wins. I don't know why.
Boon me.
Boon me up.
You want me to boon you?
No, don't boon me. I'm
Ooh.
going Reed.
Okay.
I am. I'm gonna fade.
Okay. Dylan.
Boom me.
That's three. That's 3 for Reed, 2 for Luke Boonmi. What do we got next?
Sounded like
We're kind of fucking running through these. I love
Survivor.
this.
Yeah.
All right. This is an interesting one. Don Shanis versus Jack Jenkins. Jack Jenkins, 1 inch reach advantage, 1 inch height advantage, 10-2 versus Don Shanis, 12-4. Don Shanis, his first fight in the UFC was against Sadiq Youssef on a short notice fight, in a fight that we all picked because he was like plus 600, and he got guillotined in like a minute.
Yeah.
And Jack Jenkins also younger. I believe this is Jenkins' first fight in the UFC, if I'm not mistaken. I think he is of Australian descent as well.
He is fire.
So we got Jenkins, who is on a fucking win streak.
Yeah.
Again, competed in a lot of different MMA organizations. Competed in 5 different ones in his last 8 fights.
Yeah.
He's fighting Don Shanis.
Give me Jack.
Don Shanis, who is he knocks people the fuck out. Okay.
Oh, he knocks
Wait,
people.
how do you win by retirement? I've never seen that before.
Did he?
This
After
guy
it in the second
won
round.
by
After the
retirement.
second round, he was like,
That's got to be
the
like
round ended,
towel in.
and then threw
Yeah.
the towel in. That's
This guy
what
just
it is.
retired in the stool. He's like, no, I'm done. I'm done with
Cage
this.
Titans represent.
Like fucking who was the cornerback that retired in halftime? You remember this on the Bills like 2 years ago?
Dude, Antonio Brown did it.
Yeah.
What? No, like this. No. Well, Antonio Brown got kicked off. This guy literally
He
was
ran
like,
off.
no. Okay. But he literally like retired mid-game for the Bills. I can't remember who the fuck that was.
Respect.
All right. What'd you say, Austin? You're going Jenkins?
Me and Jenkins as well.
Leroy.
Who's Cage Titans?
Yes, you get it.
This is Don Shanis.
Don Shanis. Cage Titans
Fucking World of
represent.
Warcraft.
So funny.
Shanis for Colby. That's 2-1 Jenkins so far.
Ooh.
I got to tell you, I have no idea that this is super close. Let's
What-
look at
What are the betting odds on this one?
minus 360 for Jenkins, plus 280 for Shanis.
Okay.
I want to go back to their UFC records. I like the UFC one better than Topology, honestly.
Mm. Sure.
It gives you good
Yeah.
statistics. So you have Jenkins, who's only in the Dana White Contender Series, and Shanis, who only lost to Youssef. So they really has no good sample size.
Yeah.
Dude, Jenkins looked really impressive in his fucking Dana White Contender Series, but then again, most of these guys will.
Mm-hmm.
Jenkins is a huge favorite. He has a 1 inch reach advantage. I think I'm gonna have to go with Jenkins. There's not much here though. Like I don't really know either one of these guys, to be honest with you.
Kind of talked him down right there.
To me, the Australian thing has a lot to do with it. The
Yeah,
hometown
exactly.
favorite
That's
thing,
why I'm
you know?
kicking it too.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just. Would I be surprised if it went to a decision? No, I wouldn't.
No.
I wouldn't.
Not
Did
at
I pick
all.
Sheamus? What did I pick Sheamus?
Oh, that was supposed to be Colby.
Getting
Just
it.
waiting on you, Dill.
Sheamus.
Hey. Wearing,
All right, 3 Jenkins, 2 Sheamus.
Zach Draper, are you wearing Nike Elites? Mixed
am.
match Nike Elites?
Yes, I
nonetheless?
am. Dude, it's fucking cold. Like my feet get so cold in the winter. So, all right, Jamie Malarkey versus Francisco Prado. This is one of my like low key bangers, like possibly fight of the nights. Jamie Malarkey is a fucking savage in the lightweight division, and he's fighting a guy who will actually bring the fucking fight to him. Francisco Prado, who I believe is undefeated.
He is.
Jamie Malarkey has been in the UFC for a hot minute.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be a really good fight. So Malarkey, 3 of his last 4, his only losses to Jalen Turner. He beat Kama Worthy, Devontae Smith, and Michael Johnson. That's
I
3
don't count Jalen
pretty
Turner.
good fucking wins.
I don't count Jalen Turner's loss. That guy's a beast.
And then we got Francisco Prado, who's making his UFC debut. So let's check out his page. Again, there's a lot of Aussies making their debut in this fight, in this card.
No, this guy's Argentinian, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
he
never
is.
mind.
Yeah.
So we got first
Argentinian.
round punches, first round ground and pound, third round Von Flue choke, second round knee and punches, first round armbar. This guy finishes people knockout or submission. This guy's never been to a decision. Is that real? Holy
You wonder where
shit.
he's going now.
I
Decision.
don't know.
Jesus Christ.
I'm
Jamie-
taking that.
He said this
He
is
just
his
won
first
by
fight in the
he
UFC.
just won by split decision.
No, he didn't.
Is that the? Oh wait, is
No,
that
that's
another?
round 1
This is
TKO.
Malarkey.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right. Never mind. Malarkey.
So
It's a whole
Malarkey is
bunch of
he's a-
Malarkey.
I know. I was thinking.
Jamie Malarkey also takes the cake, and I don't mean to offend and be a dick when I say this, but I kind of do, so I'm going to say it. Jamie Malarkey takes the award for maybe the
Get
most
outta here.
fucked up face in the UFC. This dude, we were talking about
Let me get a look.
Garv. Who were we talking about? The fucking hey you guys. What were we talking about that? Like 2 weeks ago or something.
Was it a chick fight?
Oh yeah, it was Lauren Murphy.
Yeah.
It does look
This
Yes.
guy, this guy looks like that dude like regularly. I swear to God,
he
he
does.
does.
He does. He does everything.
I don't know what's up with his
I don't
face.
know
He looks
what's up
pretty
with that
bummed
either.
out all the time.
Yeah.
He looks really
He
sad.
really does.
He looks really, really sad.
so bummed.
Oh my
what's
God.
wrong, Jamie?
He does.
He does. He
Straight
really
out
does.
looks like that
Yeah.
from the Goonies.
He always
That's
smiling.
crazy.
This might be
I
fight of
wouldn't
the
fuck
night.
with him.
Listen, if there was a pick to make on this card, now that I'm just realizing that Prado has finished every single fucking fight, what
TKO.
is? Well, he has some submission wins as well, which is
Really?
why it's like, but
Huh.
can you just pick
The under?
Prado by?
Oh, I don't.
Can you just pick him by finish? Like, does it do that?
Do method of result?
Yeah.
Oh wow,
Oh,
under 2.5 is minus 175.
yeah.
That's interesting.
What is it? Go to.
Minus 175.
Prado to win by TKO plus 550.
Yo.
What's
Are
Jamie?
we onto something?
Jamie has been knocked out only
I
by
like
Jalen
that guy.
Turner.
That's a great. No, he hasn't.
Shane.
He's only been knocked out by Jalen Turner.
All
Yeah.
of his fights have gone to
Yeah.
decision.
No, it's fine.
Damn.
Dude, I need glasses.
Wow. Hmm.
No.
And he pieced up Michael Johnson.
Okay, I'm not the only one.
Michael Johnson did get a knockdown on him. What was the reach
kinda
for this?
nice. Played
a lot of
What was the
video
reach for this again?
So do I.
Did we
I
check
know.
out the reach?
That's why
I don't think we
I
did.
couldn't
We
do
Oh,
it.
okay.
Oh,
Reach
I-
advantage.
I-
5
Malarkey's
inches
got
for Jamie
five.
Malarkey.
Wow.
Yeah. I'll take Malarkey.
Yeah. Oh, Prado's only 20 years old, bro. 20 years old, and he has 11 finishes on his belt.
I don't know. I kind of
It's
like that
interesting
dude,
that he's
man.
20 years old and they gave
He's
him Jamie
young.
Malarkey off the top.
He's young
That's
and
his
he's
first
already
fight, Jamie Malarkey. That's a
They didn't give him a softball. though.
dude.
not at all.
Now, was there some kind of
Some
did they have a full
change-ups.
camp? Yeah, did they have a full camp for this?
I
don't
assume
know.
this new guy did. He's from Australia. No, he's Argentine.
Malarkey. Yeah, the other guys are.
Hold up, pause when I just brought
It's not
Um, robbery review.
Robert
They
Reed.
said that Michael Johnson should have beat Jamie Malarkey.
Yeah, I remember this fight. Michael Johnson should have fucking won.
It was a split decision. I don't know, man. Like, look, Michael Johnson got a knockdown, but Jamie Malarkey 96 strikes to 66. It's tough.
significant strike
Real tough.
percentage higher.
One knockdown for
Yeah,
total
Johnson.
strikes higher.
How many leg
one
kicks,
knockdown
though?
for Johnson
Two-
versus one.
Wait, go back up a little bit. Oh, never mind. We can say that.
Yeah, they're out here.
No, below
56%
Muhammad,
to the
right?
head, 21 to the body, 21
Yeah,
to
Johnson
the
landed
legs.
more into the head. Okay.
Yeah.
But if you count the whole thing, like Jamie Markey had a lot of clinch strikes as well.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
It was a close fight either way.
Yeah, either way.
But that's Michael Johnson. Michael Johnson's a beast. I don't care how old he is. He's still fucking good. Dude, I gotta tell you. I gotta tell you, I came into this like Markey is one of my picks. He's gonna be one of my locks, and now I'm not sure. I'm gonna stay with Malarkey, but I'm honestly almost rooting for fucking Prado now because, dude, like 11-0 with 11 finishes
20 years old.
at 20 years old. That is,
Kid's looking for.
you know what that is? That's Malarkey. That's
That
what the
is
fuck
Malarkey.
That is absolute malarkey.
All right, so we got me for Malarkey, Steve for Prado. What are we saying, boys?
Prado.
Dylan's going Prado.
We'll go more.
Colby going Malarkey. All right, 2-2 to you, Austin.
You switch them up.
Oh, I did.
Fucking
Okay.
tiebreaker. See, I don't know what to think.
Tiebreaker, see?
See?
Ah. That's how bad guys talked in the 40s. Ah. I hope everyone out there got that reference. It's a great fucking reference. Do you get that? You bet. I know
Is
you
it
get
because you're dressed like a mobster right now?
that. No, it's
No.
not. But that's actually not a bad guess. It's fucking Dave Chappelle. You don't know that? Ah, see? Ah. From what? From his stand-up specials. I can't remember which
If
one,
I'm
but
getting
it's
compared to Dave Chappelle, I'll take that any day of the week, 24/7, 365. So.
I'm just trying to,
Yeah.
for the picks for awards shows and for picks, I try to dress nice because I'm hosting a show.
Take that hat off.
No.
I like
cigar.
I like the hat.
And
I
then
should get a
you
cigar.
gotta do this with your straps and go. Yeah, see.
Fetch me my rum. Yeah.
Hmm.
All right,
I'm gonna have
2-2 to you, Oz. 5-inch reach advantage for Malarkey.
Yeah, I'm going more.
Did I just sway you, or are you actually going to say that?
No, it's the 5-inch. The 5 inches. I think
5 inches. That's a lot of inches.
Prado.
It's
I
almost
wouldn't be
too many.
surprised if this was an upset. I'm not gonna.
Oh, I really kind of want to put Prado by KO.
I think this is
This
a underestimated fight. Very
Some would say
underestimated
it's too many.
Okay.
That's an
I
awesome
would-
fight, though. I didn't really look into that one. I'm gonna be excited to watch that.
That's a lot of inches.
Okay.
I had to say it.
All right. In the next fight, the last fight for the early prelims, we got Shannon Ross, 13-6 versus Clayton Rodriguez. Clayton Rodriguez with a 1-inch reach advantage, a 1-inch height disadvantage. And then when we look at the numbers, Rodriguez minus 330, Ross plus 260. There's not a whole lot of fucking pick'ems in this card so far.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of plus 200s and minus 300s. I'm going to say right now, this is my lock. This is one of my easiest locks, Clayton Rodriguez for me.
Yeah.
I've been looking into that fight for a minute.
Going the opposite guy.
You're going Ross? Or are you just saying that to be a dick?
Yeah, I'm just saying it to be.
Okay. Let me pull up their tail of the tape.
You didn't even say the record. So I was just.
I did say their records.
13-6 for Ross, 7-2 for Rodriguez.
Mhm.
Oh, this-
Thank you, Steve.
What? This dude's got one loss in UFC. Is that what it is?
Real quick,
Yeah.
I want to play Hogwarts Legacy.
No, but I'm gonna get it.
It's so fucking good.
You can customize your hippogriff.
You can customize the room of requirement.
Okay, anyway.
It's dope.
Clayton
Sorry.
Rodriguez. No, you're good. I love a good Harry Potter talk this time and place. Clayton
Yes.
Rodriguez is 0-1 in the UFC. He only lost to CJ Vergara. CJ Vergara is a pretty good flyweight.
Mm.
And it was a split decision loss. And before that, I remember hearing about this guy from Jungle Fight coming into the UFC. He's like, flyweight has always been super well-rounded. Like everybody can have good jiu-jitsu, wrestling, and stand-up, but this guy's super good at jiu-jitsu and very fast on the feet. I thought that he'd have a little bit more of a reach advantage. I'm not going to lie to you. He only has a 1-inch reach advantage, but I still like this guy, and he's fighting Shannon Ross,
Sure.
who looks like he has TKO, unanimous, rear naked choke, unanimous, rear naked choke, TKO. So he can go for some finishes as well.
I feel like he's more of what you were describing as like one of those well-rounded type people,
Mhm.
more as
Mhm.
where as your other guy.
Shannon Ross,
Rodriguez.
also Australian.
Yeah, that's true too. But I don't think
Clayton is from Brazil.
Put Rodriguez down for me as well, and I'll take that as a lock.
Thank you.
Well, we do pick 4 locks.
Yes, and you can totally pick your locks afterwards.
All right, I'm gonna get crazy and take all my locks in the main card.
Of that.
2
for Rodriguez so far. You guys need to see a little bit more.
No, I need Rodriguez.
For our locks.
I'll take Rodriguez.
Over under. Okay.
Bobby, what are you saying?
Oh, I'm Rodriguez.
All right, the clean sweep for Rodriguez.
Yeah.
I mean, is that a lock then? If it's a queen.
Oh, he is my lock.
Mark that down as a lock for me. If we're all picking him, that's a lock. That's a pod bet right there.
That is a pop bet. By the way, minus 330, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
So we like that. All right, moving on to the
You like that?
You like that?
You like that?
the prelims. The prelims listed. There's only 2 fights on the prelims, so this is going to be like early prelims are going to run back onto it. Joshua Kulabau versus Melsik Bogdasarian. Let's go with that. Bogdasarian versus Joshua Kulabau.
That's not good.
3-inch reach advantage for Kulabau. Same height, same weight. A little bit younger for Kulabau. And then, this is the pick and fight. This is the minus 110 versus minus 110 for the event. The only one that's even close.
Hometown favorite.
Yeah.
Who we saying hometown?
Kalibo.
Well, you got to think that's probably taken into account when the odds are made. So maybe.
If this was in the
Baghdadi or
U.S.,
whatever.
Bogdasarian would win, kind of thing.
Where's this guy from?
This guy's a kickboxer. He has many TKOs on his record. This guy's Colombian. He
Colombian?
beat Bruno Souza in his last fight. Bruno Souza's not bad. Versus Joshua Kulabau, who is a decision fighter. He has a couple TKOs on his record earlier in his career, but is a decision fighter. Beat Sungwoo Choi again, and he beat Shaley and Nerdenbeek. Those are 2 good wins. Have I heard of this guy? I've definitely heard of Bogdasarian, but I feel like I haven't heard of Kulabau. What was his last fight? His last fight was against Sungwoo Choi in fucking June. Okay, it's not bad.
Yeah, he's been pretty active.
Pick and fight. I want to go back to the fucking UFC stats. I don't like topology right now. It's not my favorite because I like seeing the takedowns and the percentages and the tendencies.
Yeah, and as we go on, there are going to be more guys with fights in the UFC. So
All right, so Bogdasarian is 2-0 in the UFC and 1-0 in the Dana White Contender Series. Really beat up Bruno Souza. I didn't realize that. That was pretty good. But that was a year and a half ago. And then we got Kulabau, who is 2-2 or 2-1-1. His only loss is to Jalen Turner, and he tied Charles Jourdain, that's a good fucking draw.
Mm-hmm.
Beat Nerdenbeek, beat Sungwoo Choi. This guy does not go for takedowns, has yet to get a UFC takedown, and so has Bogdasarian, so this fight will stay standing. 3-inch reach advantage for Kulabau.
I like Kulabau.
I kind of do too.
Kulabau. Give me Kulabau.
Bogdasarian.
I'll be the first one. Okay.
Kulabau for Austin and Colby. Anybody else?
I'll let me too.
All right, all you guys are going Kulabau?
Yeah, I'm a fan of this.
Do I have to?
I wouldn't.
I don't love this fight. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys.
I wouldn't do the same thing you did with Rodriguez.
Yeah, this is definitely not a lock. Just a pick 'em too. But then again, Kulabau is the hometown boy, right? That's the Australian.
Yeah, he is.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go with Kulabau then. That's a close fight for me.
Put it for a lock for Garv.
Okay.
I'm riding with the pod. If the pod is picking all of them, I'm riding with
That's
the
a
pod.
risky
I
lock.
don't know. I don't.
Lock it up.
That's just
I'm going because you're going.
You're gonna
I'm
lock
just
it.
saying it because you're saying it.
Peer
Me?
pressure.
What are you talking
Peer
about?
pressure.
First one to say it.
What do you?
Relax.
Okay. Well,
Lock it up.
Lock it up. One more fight before the main card. I just got to do a little bit of formatting here. Sorry, guys. Last fight before the main card, we have Tyson Pedro versus Modestas Bukakas. Tyson Pedro minus 240. What are we saying here?
I'm saying Pedro.
Pedro with an inch reach advantage, 3 years older. Tyson Pedro 9-3 versus Modestas Bukauskas 13-5. Both of these guys, if I'm not mistaken, have had a couple fights in the UFC. Only like 2 or 3, I believe.
I recognize both of them. I feel like.
Yeah, these guys. Oh wow, Tyson Pedro's been in the UFC for a hot minute.
Yeah.
Oh,
Really?
OSP.
This
OSP,
motherfucker's.
bro.
Hold on, this guy is 9-3 and he's 5-3 in the UFC. He started the
Paul
UFC when he was
Craig.
4-0. Beat Khalil Roundtree and Paul Craig and Harry Hunsucker.
He's got some good losses.
Hunsucker.
Hunsucker.
He has
In
4 of his
2017.
5 wins. Wow, dude, this guy's been to a decision once
Yeah.
in his 8 fights in the UFC.
And he KOs people, or he gets
He's
KO'd,
like,
right?
Yes, this guy lives and dies by the fucking sword. You love to see that shit.
Well, you can definitely bet on the under for this one.
And then you got Bukauskas, who has also only been to a decision
TKO,
once.
TKO, yeah.
3-fight losing streak, but those are good fucking names. Jimmy Crute, Michael Oleksichuk, and Khalil Roundtree have all been ranked in the last year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
I'm good.
Again, looks like 0 takedowns.
Yeah.
Neither of these guys have gotten a UFC takedown.
Guys coming off
Sounds
2
like a-
knockout wins.
Sounds like an under.
Guys coming off a knockout loss.
Usman Edwards too.
He's the hometown guy.
Give me the
Who's the
hometown.
hometown guy?
Give me the
Pedro.
hometown.
Pedro is.
Yeah, he's Australian, man.
Give me the-
Bukauskas hasn't
Mate.
fought in a year and a half as well.
Give me. What's the guy's name? Pedro.
Tyson
Yeah,
Pedro versus
Pedro.
Modestas Bukauskas.
Give me Pedro.
Give me Pedro. Put
Yeah,
that as a
I'm gonna go
lockdown
with
for me.
Pedro as well.
I think I'm gonna flip my pick on the last one.
You're going
I'm
with
gonna fade you guys.
Wow.
you're going for the last one,
Mhm.
like
Bryce-
Bogdasarian
yes,
or Cooldown.
Bogdasarian, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
It didn't sit right with me, but I picked.
Now I'm even more confident.
You should.
Who's
Now I'm even more confident.
never mind.
Thank you for
What are you
reassuring.
saying, Pedro or Bukauskas?
People need it.
Pedro.
People need it.
There you go.
Going Pedro?
Pedro.
You're also going Pedro? All right, so we all agree on Pedro for this one too.
It's a lock for me.
I'm going for a lock for this.
Mhm.
I'm fine with having this as one of my locks. And that's it for the prelims, guys. We're getting onto the main card already. We're kind of getting through this a lot faster than I thought we would with fucking 5 people.
That's awesome.
Jimmy Crute versus Alonzo Menafield
Mm.
on the only ranked fight not in the main and co-main event fights. If we run to the tail of the tape, RQ. Jimmy Crute 12-3 versus Alonzo Menafield 13-3. Even though Menafield has been in the UFC a lot longer than Crute. I'm surprised he only has a 13-3 record. 2-inch reach advantage for Menafield. Menafield almost 10 years older than Crute, and Crute has a 2-inch height advantage over Menafield. Jimmy Crute fights out of City Kickboxing, so he is the hometown guy here. Under Eugene Bankman, one of the best coaches in the world. Crute on a bit of a fighting skid in his he got knocked out by Jimmy Crute in his last fight, and it was the fight that Adesanya said, like, oh, that's when I realized Jamal Hill is fucking. Did I say Jimmy Crute?
Yeah.
That's when Adesanya was like, oh, that's how I knew Jamal Hill was good, because he knocked him out in 48 seconds. And in his loss before that, Jimmy Crute was winning against Anthony Smith before he fucked up his leg. And he was like, he kept doing the chicken dance.
Oh,
His
shit.
leg was really
Okay.
fucked.
was a
Before
fight.
that, he beat Bukauskas, he beat Oleksichuk, he got submitted by Serkinov, and he beat Sam Alvey and Paul Craig.
Okay.
So this guy had a very, very good start to his UFC career.
Give me Jimmy Crute.
And then he ran into some 2 bad fights over his last one.
Give me Jimmy.
Alonzo Menafield this guy has actually been in the UFC a lot longer than I thought. 2018.
Give me Jimmy Neutron.
Fought twice last year.
Alonzo Menafield has been here, since 2018 too. Who am I thinking of? Alonzo Menafield, dude. A lot of people have wins against Paul Craig.
Yeah.
Holy shit, he beat Paul
Yeah,
Craig.
It's
He beat
crazy.
Fabio Charant. He beat Ed Herman, Askar Mazharov, and Misha Serkinov.
I'm not
This
in
guy-
love
Craig
with
sub.
his wins.
Jamal Hill.
This guy
Gross.
doesn't go
So
to
much
decisions a
gross.
lot either.
Nah, he KOs people.
And Jimmy Crute has never been to a decision.
So
That's interesting. That you could look at that under too.
the only thing I worry about is the age difference and how many takedowns that Crute gets.
Yeah, Menafield is actually good on the ground, and he has some submissions. And he had 2 against Mazharov. He had 1 against Herman.
How old did you say he was?
Menafield 35, Jimmy Crute 26.
Oh, all right. So that's not it's a big difference in age, but it's not like he's old. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
All right.
And not only that, he is old, but he's only had 16 pro fights, so it's not like he's taking a fuck ton of damage.
beating, yeah.
It's a close fight. Hart says Jimmy Crute, and Jimmy Crute is ranked, and I do believe he's the favorite. He is the favorite, minus 190.
Yeah.
Jimmy Crute, wow, Jimmy Crute can go for fucking takedowns. Holy shit.
And
he had 8 against Alexis Shuk. He had 1 against Paul Craig. He took down Paul Craig. He submitted Paul Craig.
interesting.
And he took down Anthony Smith 3 times. I'm going Crute. I'm going Crute here. Who else we saying? Me and Austin for Crute.
I'm gonna go with Crew as well.
For the crew, I'll use my first lock.
I was almost gonna lock that up too. I was almost gonna lock that up,
I am not.
but I'm not. I don't think I am. I'm gonna hold that off. Volkanovski's
So we got
gonna
4
lock.
for Crute.
Hold on.
I'm holding.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, crew.
Okay, 5 for Crute. I'm going to hold that lock for now because I want to take a look at this afterwards. Crute to me is not like a fucking lock.
No.
So I'm going to wait a second. Steve, you're still at 1 lock. You good with just, you're going to figure it out at the end?
I only had one. Hold on.
Pedro.
I think I had Rodriguez as well as my lock.
Cool.
Yep.
All right. Up next,
How many more?
in the fight that was the most changed up fight in the whole card. This was originally supposed to be fuck, who was it supposed to be? It was supposed to be Waldo Cortez Acosta versus Jared Vanderaa, something like that. And then Vanderaa had to back out, so Parker Porter came in, and then Cortez Acosta had to back out, so Justin Taffa came in. So both of these guys are on like less than a month camp for each other.
Yeah.
So it's like anything can fucking happen, and it's a heavyweight. So I'm taking under 1.5 in this. By the way, this is like I really like the lock of the under in this fight. You got Taffa at minus 125, making his UFC debut versus Parker Porter plus 105, who has been in the UFC for a while and has lost a lot of fights in the UFC, at least recently. Taffa with a 1-inch reach disadvantage. Everything else is basically the same. Parker Porter 37, Justin Taffa 29. This is heavyweights though. Like heavyweights can go for a minute, and Parker Porter's only 13-7.
Just lost to Justin Almeida. That
Not
don't really count.
looking too good, Porky. Not looking too good for Porky.
Oh, he actually. I was not thinking of Parker Porter. His only loss is to Jailton Almeida recently, and he beat Alan Badeau, Chase Sherman, and Josh Parisian. So that's actually 3 decent wins. He goes to decision a lot.
Chase Sherman's
Justin Taffa.
Don't even know what else.
Not making his. I don't know who the fuck I was thinking of. Beat Harry Hunsucker, lost to Vanderaa and Felipe, lost to Jorgen De Castro. Shout out Jorgen De Castro. Oof. All right, so Porter 3 decision wins and then lost to Jailton Almeida, which that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Justin Taffa, 2 of his last 4. He loses decisions.
Give me Parker Porter.
He loses decisions and he wins by knockout.
Give me Porter.
Give me Taffa.
I want to say Taffa. I think I want to say Taffa. Neither of these guys go for takedowns, right?
Not really, no. Porter's the only one who really goes for takedowns, and I don't think he goes for many.
Parker Porter. He got 2 takedowns against Badeau. He got a takedown against Sherman, 2 takedowns against Parisian. So he kind of has some takedowns. He just didn't take down Jailton Almeida because his fucking jiu-jitsu is ridiculous.
Give me Porter.
I'm struggling to see why Porter is the underdog in this fight.
That's why I don't get it.
Like, I'm very close, but I feel like odds makers would put Porter as the favorite in this, which is what I don't get.
They're trying to trick
I think the hometown
Does
thing, man.
Porter-
the Australian
Does
thing.
Porter have less time?
Is
Like,
Porter
is
from
he on
Australia?
shorter
No,
notice?
Taffa is.
Fuck me.
Hold on.
All right, hang on.
Tafa's Australian.
Yes, Tafa's Australian. He's the
Oh,
hometown
man.
dog.
They're not all gonna win.
Parker Porter
I know, they're
has
not
one
all
less
gonna
time.
win. No, they're not.
Parker Porter has a little bit less time.
Man,
I'm
going.
This
Porter.
is really fucking
Go
close,
Porter.
dude.
Fuck it.
This is really close.
I am gonna go Porter as well.
Porter.
Fuck it.
What do you guys think?
Would I be
Tafa.
surprised if Tafa
Tafa.
won? No,
Tafa.
I would not be
Colby, you're
surprised
going
at all.
Tafa?
Yeah.
Oh, you already said Tafa,
This
right?
is another one of those like could be
This is a
pick 'em.
close one.
It is a pick 'em.
You know,
It
it's
is
a
a
pick 'em.
pick 'em, but it's like one guy.
Porter's a little bit more experienced. He has decision wins. This is the big thing that I'm thinking about. Tafa loses decisions, but he wins by knockout. So if it's a fucking bloodbath to start, Tafa wins. And now you're thinking about the fact that it's short notice fight. Tafa took it short notice, but Porter took it more short notice, and Porter's traveling to Australia.
Yeah, but he also took a short notice with Almeida. Can you count that? No, not really.
I don't think he took it short. Oh yeah, he did.
he did.
Yeah, he did.
And you know, I still think he's on like a 2-fight win streak. Not that like means that like he's a better fighter because of that. I just think he's still there. He's still there. I'm not saying Tafa's
Justin
not.
Tafa has a brother in the UFC, right? I feel like there's another Tafa. Am I crazy here?
Justin
Looks like you're
Tafa.
crazy.
No, I don't think
Must
You're
be.
crazy,
Justin,
yeah.
yeah, go up.
Okay,
Junior Tafa.
He's fighting soon.
Junior Tafa. Is that? It must be the same guy.
Oh.
It must be the same guy.
Oh wait, no, it was
Justin
the same guy.
Tafa's nickname is Bad Man. Ooh.
Well,
Well,
oh yeah, Junior Tafa is a different guy. I thought so. I thought that.
the
but
bad guy always
Junior
loses.
is the younger one. Okay. Oh, that's what it's supposed to be.
Is
Junior
that
Tafa
true?
was supposed to fight Waldo
Bad
Cortez
guy always
Acosta.
Oh,
When Junior backed down, Justin stepped in. That's what it was supposed to be. So you got little bro, couldn't make his debut, so big bro stepped in.
You know what that means.
I'm going Tafa. I'm going Tafa.
Big bro's getting knocked the fuck
He's
out.
getting into something. He's getting into something you don't even know. You know, he's trying to
Can
clean
they
up
all
little
win tonight?
bro's mess.
All Australians? Doubtful. There's a lot of Aussies on this card. If they all win, that's
How many do I have right now?
how many what?
Australians.
I don't know.
Should have been.
Did you
Um,
pick Crew?
Yeah.
Did you
Luke
pick
Boone,
Crew?
me,
Yep.
All right. Crew is one.
Crew,
Pedro's another.
Pedro,
Kalibo. Kaloba.
Kolobau.
Yep. Shannon Ross. Malarkey.
Wow, I've picked
I
a
did-
lot.
You got
Jenkins.
4.
Okay.
Jenkins.
I
Young.
got Malarkey to lose. All right, I'm taking Tafa.
Because you
3
picked
Tafa.
Malarkey.
To lose.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're
So you
picking
picked
Tafa
Tafa
because
because
you
you
need some
picked
more
Malarkey?
Aussies.
Yeah, what the hell?
All right. Love it. I love it.
Can't pick all.
Okay, now we get into the actual like good fights.
Yeah.
Now we get into the fucking ones.
Yeah,
So
3 left.
Jack Della Maddalena versus Randy Brown. Now, Jack Della Maddalena has all the hype in the world.
Della
He was
Maddalena.
ESPN's Rookie of the Year. Della Maddalena is supposed to be a welterweight contender very soon.
Give me Randy Brown.
He
Randy-
looks,
Give me Randy Brown.
Randy Brown looks really good going into the fight. I
Lock
was
it up.
watching UFC like YouTube
Lock
shit
it up.
last night and
Plus
he did an
260.
interview. He was out
Lock
having
it
fun on a Sunday. He looks good. He looks cut. He's all
Out
rained up.
Lock. Yeah, I don't
Are
give
you
a
saying
fuck.
Brown too?
I don't give a
Lock.
fuck. Lock.
Give me like 2 more seconds.
Yeah. So Randy
That's a
Brown has a
lock.
5-inch reach advantage.
That's a lock.
Which is crazy.
Jack Della Maddalena is Aussie.
I don't give a fuck.
I have been battling
Wait,
with
Steve
this for
Irwin,
a
I don't
while
care.
because I've been putting this on Twitter. Like, does Randy Brown have a chance? He would shock the world because everyone's talking about Della Maddalena. Della Maddalena, by the way, is not city kickboxing. He's Australian, but he's not. He doesn't train in Australia, I don't believe. So maybe he did for this camp. Maybe he,
He's
went.
had some shrimp on the barbie.
Della Maddalena
Yeah,
is one of the fiercest boxers coming up right now. I'm taking Della Maddalena.
Saying, I'm gonna lock it up too.
I struggle of whether I want
This guy's
to
a hater.
make
This
this
guy's a
guy.
hater. Every time he makes a pick that opposite me looks at me right away.
Randy Brown.
I'm like, okay, I don't care. I don't care.
The only problem that I have is Randy Brown doesn't finish people, man.
Nope.
Well, guess what? He is now.
Yeah, but does he
Gonna
get
win by
finished?
decision.
Yeah, he got knocked out by Vicente Luque.
That's a good knockout.
It's a great loss.
got knocked out by Nico
Got
Price.
knocked out.
That's when
got
Nico Price was
decision
in
by
his.
Bilal Muhammad.
That's when Nico Price was pretty good. Well, Muhammad,
Well,
pretty
Nico
good.
Price
also.
was never
Muhammad.
like really
No,
good.
really not good, but he was
Go.
better then.
Della Meta. How do you say his last name?
Della Maddalena.
Madalena.
He's on a
Lock.
4-fight win streak, a good 4-fight win streak.
Give me Randy.
Give me a lock.
He has submission wins, which I do like because Maddalena is not really on the ground. He's a boxer. But Brady Brown doesn't go for takedowns.
It's gonna get near him. Not gonna be getting near him.
And you
Yeah,
know
I'm staying with
Madalena
Della.
ain't going.
I'm staying with
He ain't
Maddalena.
going
I'm
for
staying with
takedowns.
Maddalena.
I'm put that as a lock for me. Sure.
Della Maddalena, that sounds like a-
All right, and then
Never
Dylan
seen it around.
last.
Madalena.
Going Maddalena. All right, so we're all fading Austin again.
Sorry, bud.
Yikes.
No, we
Doesn't sound good.
We shouldn't
What do you
apologize
mean?
to him.
Oh wait,
Do you want to
Took
put?
Madalena.
Did you want to? Oh,
No.
you're gonna figure out locks after. All right, co-main event,
You guys are a hater to
interim
my left too. What the
featherweight
fuck's going on? Just fucking
championship.
haters everywhere.
this fight- this fight-
Mind your own business.
Interim
They're
featherweight
around. They're
championship.
everywhere.
Yair Rodriguez
Jesus.
versus Josh
Let me
Emmett.
make a pick.
every time I
What?
bet
What?
against Josh Emmett,
I'm
he's
gonna
won.
go Josh Emmett.
Yeah, you've been saying Josh Emmett.
Josh Emmett.
Wow.
That's wild.
That is
Josh
wild.
It's
Emmett.
not that wild.
It's
How's
not
that
that
not
wild.
that
We were just
wild?
not a-
we were just
this is
talking
not
about
a
how many
close-
people in the top 15
Oh, we
could
were
would
saying that.
smash
We were
him.
saying
He wasn't here for that. Though.
No, he wasn't.
He didn't say that. He likes Emmett.
Do you want to do
Going
that again
Emmett.
for him?
No,
No,
because
definitely
that's not gonna matter. Josh Emmett, everyone's gonna be fading him because he should have lost his last fight. And you know what? It happens time and time again in the UFC, one after the other, time and time again. He should have lost his last fight. Comes back and he wins it. And
What
everyone's
is-
like, "Oh fuck." You
What
know?
is Emmett's takedowns like? Does he go for takedowns?
It's Sean O'Malley.
No,
Look at
he
all
doesn't.
the other fighters it's happened to.
If he tries to
Yeah.
stand with Yair Rodriguez, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to go well.
He
He's been on his hair.
wow, he got really outstruck by Qatar, huh?
Like bad.
He won
I remember this.
He won rounds
fucking-
4 and 5 though.
Oh,
Oh no, Qatar won 4 and 5. So Emmett won rounds 2 and 3, and then Qatar won 4 and 5.
Yeah, fuck this fight.
Qatar looked really, really good in that
I
fight.
bet
too.
on
He
Qatar.
did look
He looked
really,
really good.
really good in
Remember
that
really
fight.
good.
So, you know, like,
Calvin Qatar's been screwed in the
he
past
has
couple fights.
bad.
He's been fucked over
Has he?
in the
Yeah.
past couple fights.
Oh well,
yeah.
because
this
he
fight,
because
this
he fucked
fight,
up his leg against Arnold Allen.
yeah,
He beat Giga in a good fight. That was a really good fight. last
fight.
Very good
He's
fight.
good, dude. He's good.
Qatar
He's
is
from
very
Boston. Shout out Qatar.
good. Facts.
Why is Josh Emmett's nickname CCO?
Because he does E EPO.
Because he's
Does anyone think that?
no, I'm not gonna.
Sal Diamato, by the way, was one of the judges that did pick Josh Emmett. I don't
Of course
know if
he
that
was.
Makes anything?
Well, that makes a little
Is
bit
Saul
more sense.
D'Amato going to be
No, it's in Australia. There's going to be judges we never fucking heard of. Sal Diamato's Las Vegas. What are we saying, boys?
Get your shit together.
Give me not Josh,
Australian?
Give me
You want
Yair.
Rodriguez?
Yeah, I'll take
Judges.
Yair as well.
and I'll lock that up. Lock that up.
Locking it up.
Lock that up. You're not gonna like the next pick.
Motherfucker looked at me again.
We're in a podcast. We gotta look
No,
at
I
each
know.
other,
It's
dude.
just funny every time. It's funny.
I was looking around.
It's
I looked
funny.
at Dylan first.
It's funny.
I looked at Dylan.
It's funny. I should have locked out. I should have locked Emmett up because that guy got one more.
Am I the last to pick here? Oh no, Dylan, you haven't picked yet either.
Rodriguez.
Going Rodriguez.
Absolutely.
See, when this fight first got announced, can I take you guys through my thought process? When this fight first got announced, I said that everyone's going to pick Rodriguez because Rodriguez had a fucking fantastic fight against Holloway,
Just feed the crowd.
and Rodriguez barely lost. It was like the closest fight Holloway's had that wasn't against Volkanovski.
Mhm.
So I knew he was going to be the favorite, and I like the fact that Emmett is a stay in the pocket type of guy. Problem is Rodriguez has the distance with his feet. And Rodriguez is a short guy. He's not, the reach is
Mhm.
very close to Rodriguez, but he's a short guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's very close to Volkanovski, by the way, with his stature, like very close. And they're both like, bald white dudes that look almost like each other. But Rodriguez has the feet, and that's the one thing I've said to myself over and over. Like, I got to go with Rodriguez.
Josh Emmett has the grossest body in the UFC.
Is that right?
His rib cage is like that, and it's strange.
All right, guys.
Just saying.
We've been here for an hour. It is 8 o'clock on the dot. Some of us have been here for an hour. Some of us came in a minute late, respectively.
I've been here for 59 minutes. My bad,
You have.
bro.
You have. Dylan's been here for 58. So, Makachev versus Volkanovski. Makachev sits at minus 400.
That's
Volkanovski
silly.
at plus 310. Volkanovski,
That's silly.
the pound for pound greatest fighter in the world, is plus 310.
Yeah, that's
3-1 underdog. The man who beat Max Holloway within an inch of his fucking life in the last fight. 50-44 Max Holloway. Destroyed him. Is plus 310 against that guy. Right?
He
against
won.
that guy.
He won
Him.
once.
Yeah.
That dude.
Alex Volkanovski is going to go for that guy's title.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
No.
Dana had a talk show or
Oh,
Pat
he
McAfee
refused
show.
to say his
Yeah, he didn't
podcast.
say it.
Press conference too.
That guy
Yeah. So he won't say his name.
is like
Let's go to the tail of the
Won't
tape
say
real
his
quick.
name.
Volkanovski has a 1-inch reach advantage. Islam Makhachev is 4 inches taller. Islam Makhachev is 3 years younger as well.
Who won?
Volkanovski on his first fight at lightweight in this fight. We don't need to look up the resumes. We know.
Yeah.
What are we saying, guys?
I think
officially made a pick.
the host should go first.
Let's hear it.
The host
want
of
me
the
to go
podcast.
first?
Yeah, go
Yeah,
first.
the host of the podcast should go first.
Okay.
The main
So,
main
we'll
event.
go
Islam
clockwise.
Makhachev.
Yeah.
Islam Makhachev clearly has a wrestling advantage. He says that he wants to strike. He wants to show people that he can strike.
That'd be sick.
We said it yesterday. It's cap. It's
Yeah.
total cap. I think it's
Stop
2
the
minutes.
cap.
I think it's 2 minutes before he goes for a takedown. Volkanovski trains with very good jiu-jitsu people, but we've seen, Charles Oliveira's jiu-jitsu didn't do shit for him against Islam Makhachev. Volkanovski is one of the pound-for-pound, if not the pound-for-pound best strikers in UFC history. Yes, I said that. Possibly the pound-for-pound greatest striker in UFC history. Possibly.
It's fucking wild, dude.
Islam Makhachev is minus
That's crazy.
400.
It's a hot take. It's a fucking hot
Yeah,
take.
minus 400 is kind of ridiculous.
Alex
I think-
Volkanovski is plus
I'm gonna do
800
that
by
right now.
decision. Plus 800 by decision.
The fact that he is a 3-1 underdog is absurd.
Well, this
it should
fight's
not
not
be
going to
that
decision.
far of a.
This fight's not going.
Are you guys ready?
Yep.
Are you guys ready?
Let's grow the podcast.
By the way, main events are locks. We have to pick locks. for
Okay,
main events. I am taking Alexander Volkanovski in this fight. I'm doing it. I've been tweeting about it all fucking week anyway.
Yeah.
I'm picking Volkanovski in this fight. Am I going to bet a lot on him? Maybe.
Yes.
He's plus 310. I mean, fuck, dude. If there was ever a
Yes.
time to bet on
I
Volkanovski.
mean, come on, you have to. You just have
If
to.
plus 800 by Volkanovski for a decision, like how
No,
can you
the-
not put
the-
fucking beans on that?
you
split.
have to.
I'm putting money on the split.
What do you mean the split? On the
Split
split
Yeah,
decision?
split
Oh
decision.
yeah, I remember you seeing that. Yeah.
Absolutely. He gets taken down, controlled the first two. Have we seen Makachev in the fourth round? Third
Yes,
round?
Thiago Moises.
Fourth round.
He beat him he submitted him in the first 30 seconds of the fourth
He
round.
fucked him up. He fucked him up. He fucked him up. All
That's
of them.
Thiago Moises.
Yeah, I
though.
probably shouldn't be
It's not.
saying he can't go late round, but I
Can you
think
go
it's
late round
possible.
against Volkanovski? That's-
Can't stand in the late rounds.
All right, so we're going clockwise. Colby.
Makachev. The odds shouldn't be that far. It's more like
I want
plus
you to know
200.
I want you to know that I'm gonna think that you're taking this pick only because he's the favorite. I can see it in your eyes. That's all you care about. Minus 400.
It's a fucking.
So I'm a little torn
You stack
because I think that Islam is like clearly the favorite no matter
Mhm,
what, right?
mhm.
The wrestling has a lot to do with it, but I feel like with all the momentum that he's gained and with Dagestan putting him on a pedestal and with him finally starting to get people around the UFC like making him a big name, right?
Mhm.
And with the Khabib thing and how they were like, this has been our plan from the beginning.
This is the first fight Makhachev's not had Khabib, by the way.
And in this corner, I think that does have a very, very big.
Apparently, he's been calling
Hard
him
play.
every single day and has been part of their camps, but he's not there. I don't think that makes too much of a difference, but I think it makes a slight difference. difference?
No, I think it definitely does. I think it does walking into the ring
Mhm.
because it's a different feeling when you don't have your point man that you've had for however many years by your side, and then all of a sudden he's gone, right? And now you're dealing with people who you might not know 100% as well.
Yep.
But I just don't think Islam loses, man. I think that Khabib thing has a factor, so I'm gonna put me as Islam.
Go Makachev.
Also,
I also believe that you're only saying that for the odds. I don't care about what you just said. Obviously, you're just a stat whore.
No, I really would
Anybody
love.
who's not picking
no,
Volkanovski's just
no,
because he's
Here's the
minus
thing.
400.
no,
Here's why I'm
no.
picking him.
I will bet on Volk, but I will not pick him publicly.
I think it's a problem whenever you're moving up a weight class to fight a wrestler. That's always
right,
seems like a problem.
Yeah.
Because he's used to wrestling.
He's
with his
going
weight.
to the time of the fight. Makachev's going to weigh probably 10 pounds heavier.
Yeah.
Than Volk.
And
That's
here's
definitely
another-
a fact.
Here's another thing too. How many people did Oliveira bring into his camp to try to get his wrestling on point with Makachev?
You can look at Oliveira and look at Makachev and see the strength difference, though.
Didn't Oliveira?
But
have-
I
Like the
mean-
strength difference, I think Volkanovski's stronger than Oliveira.
Yeah, Oliveira had a brutal
I don't
weight cut,
know,
that
man.
fight, didn't he?
He had brutal weight cuts for lightweight.
Yeah,
all
A
the time.
long time,
He
yeah.
missed weight against Gaethje. All right, Garv.
Makachev.
You go Makachev?
Lock it up.
Any brilliant stat whore type of description you want to give for making that pick?
Yeah, he's gonna be fucking 40 pounds heavier than him, 30
Mhm.
pounds heavier than him. He's gonna bragdoll.
I don't know about that, bro. 40 pounds, 30 pounds.
30 pounds, yeah.
What do you think they come in at?
155. And I think
No, I mean
the
the time of
Volk
the
will
fight.
probably be like 160, maybe. I think
He's
Makachev can get the
160? I don't know, dude.
160,
That's light.
165. I don't know. I think Makachev's at least 175.
Yeah.
Khabib said he weighed in at 190.
I think Makachev is in the 185, 190 range.
Yeah,
too.
I do
Yeah.
too.
So I'm gonna give it to Makachev just because size and moving up and like what he.
Yeah.
He's a wrestler. It's Khabib, dude. We've never seen a more dominant wrestler in the whole UFC ever, and that's his prodigy. Do I think it matters that? Do I think it matters that Khabib's not there? I think that definitely matters more just because culture-wise, I think it matters more to him, and I think it does have an effect on him. But I still think he gets the dub. It might be by decision.
Hmm.
I don't see them finishing.
Really?
All right.
No.
To close it out, Dill, what do you got?
I like what you said about not publicly betting on Volkanovski. 'Cause probably going to bet on him, but
I'm gonna bet on
I'm
him.
not putting him on anything else.
I want
That's
Volkanovski
the
to
thing.
win.
I'm gonna
I think
definitely
everyone
sprinkle.
does.
I'm gonna sprinkle some big.
If we're
some
talking
big
as a
tickets on
whole,
him.
all those names, I think I also see Makachev up there. Probably.
Huh?
I would say.
So he's picking Mark.
So you're going Makachev?
Yeah.
All right. Everyone's fading me. Fuck.
Well-
Listen, I realize that Volkanovski is a fucking underdog bet. Like, I completely get that. But god damn it, I just see
He has
it
a longer
happening.
reach.
I
He has a
just
longer
see
reach.
it
man.
happening.
Really?
Yeah.
It's not a bad
I
pick
see
by
it in
any
the
means. It really
possibility,
isn't.
but not that big.
The stars have to align for him to win, and for Makachev to win, he just has to like have a decent fight.
Right.
That's what it comes
Yeah,
down to.
just a decent.
He just has to have a
holding
good outing.
I don't know if they necessarily have to align. I just think that Volk has to really be on his fucking takedown defense
Yeah.
game. Which
Just to be honest, takedown defense. Listen, we've never seen Volkanovski against a wrestler except Chad Mendez, and
Why
he
not take
stuffed every single. Or take. He's a ground expert, but he's a jiu-jitsu guy. He's not really a wrestler. Like, I would say that Chad Mendez is.
choked him out.
Yeah, his jiu-jitsu's fantastic. I'm not denying that, but like,
I mean, he won the
Volkanovski's takedown
fight.
defense is really great. It's just now we get to see it against the greatest wrestler in the UFC right now.
Mhm.
And Makachev's going to get him to the ground 1,000%. It's going to get him in bad positions. It's going to get him in side control. Probably will mount him, might get good submissions. I think Volkanovski's going to be able to power through, man. I really do. And I think in the later rounds, Volkanovski will be able to keep him off him a little bit. And
Yeah.
I think Volkanovski will outbox Makachev.
He's
I
really-
really do. I think that there's not a single chance Makachev outstrikes Volkanovski.
Yeah, but it won't be on the feet.
That's
It's-
gonna be it. If Volkanovski can keep Makhachev off him for 2 rounds,
That's what Contra by
like say the first round and the 4th round, Makhachev just not going to take down. That automatically, I think, gives 2 rounds to Volkanovski. Because if Makhachev doesn't get Volk on the ground, Volkanovski wins those rounds. And then, like as long as the fight gets that far, that's another part of it. Makhachev could fucking submit him earlier. I get that. Volkanovski could also knock out Makhachev. No one has talked about that, but Makhachev got knocked out in his first UFC fight. No one talks about that. So I see this fight. I see Volkanovski by decision. That's what I said for a little bit. Plus 800, man.
My decision's kinda
Makhachev.
crazy.
Ooh, damn it.
Makhachev by split decision plus 1100.
Dude, by
If you
split,
think it's going to be a close fight and you think it goes all 5.
dude, by split decision, we looked it up yesterday. Volkanovski's like plus 25,000.
Yeah.
2500.
Is it? I
I think it's
more.
28.
No,
It's
that's
20
majority
I think
decision.
it was 2,800. Yeah.
It's majority decision. It is 2800. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah,
Makhachev
that's
is-
it.
Wait, so split is what we want, right? You can wrap it up.
No, you're good. We're fine.
Split's the one we want, right?
Well, split is better odds.
Odds.
Split is
Odds-wise,
better
yeah.
odds wise.
I'm taking Volkanovski, so I'd rather unanimous. I'd rather fucking not.
How does he win unanimously?
He wins 3 rounds.
It wins 4
Yeah, I know.
rounds.
What's
That
majority?
Majority is when one judge calls it a draw, 2 judges call it for the same fighter.
it's plus 12,500.
Yeah,
Well,
that
Volkanovski-
like barely ever
So
fucking happens.
split,
Yeah, that's-
one judge has to have it.
One judge has one fighter, 2 judges have the other.
I mean, if you think stylistically they're very close, I mean, fuck. You got to take your probability while you can.
Do we know who's
Yeah,
a
no,
referee?
That's
in
good
that fight yet?
probability.
There were good
That's a factor,
over-under
I think.
odds too.
Like
I
And
don't
what-
think they ever come out with that before, but we can definitely look at it.
I feel like they should. Because that
$10
makes
would
better.
do 1250. Fucking paycheck.
I don't think that they would say that.
No?
I don't think that ever happens. It's also in Australia, so
I'm
there's
saying
going
it's
to
gonna
be
happen,
some.
but it could.
Some
It's
randos.
it's gonna no. The UFC would definitely make it so that like Herb Dean, Mark Goddard,
Yeah, it's gonna be one
or
of the-
Mark Smith
Yeah.
would referee it. So it's going to be one of those 3. It's going to be one of the fucking big guys.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
not. There is going to be refs. What was in Abu Dhabi in 280 when we saw the one ref that like
Oh, that was crazy.
some guy was getting his head
He
beaten
didn't
for
even know what
a
was
minute and
happening.
he didn't stop the
I didn't
fight.
know what was happening.
So we're going to see some of that again. There's
He got-
going to be Australian refs.
He got fired. Like,
Sweet.
didn't he get fired? Like,
Yes,
after
he
that
got
fight,
fired.
right after.
He had another fight later on in the card and they pulled him.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I'll
never
But I
forget
think
that.
if Herb Dean refs that fight, it's gonna work in Volkanovski's favor.
I don't think so. I don't know. Listen,
Come on,
listen.
man.
I don't think a referee generally affects that much of the fight.
Not the
and he-
fight itself, but a stoppage. If
A
if-
stoppage,
Hey,
sure.
it did last week when the referee pulled him up and they were on the ground. He
That-
didn't let
that's
him go back on the ground.
Yeah.
He
didn't let him go
that's
back on the
right,
ground.
yeah.
What fight
Like,
was
what the
that?
fuck is
Because
he
I remember
doing?
thinking that. I remember we said that, but I remember like it didn't really have that much of a change in the fight. I think
I'm gonna go back and look
like the
now.
guy that was
He was
already
on the
winning
ground.
won the fight. Like the guy that he should have got put back down. He still ended up winning the fight. Something like that, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm just saying,
No?
if
You
Volk
remember that?
catches
I'm
Makhachev,
agreeing
No,
with you. Like,
no,
it
I'm
was-
not. Yeah, but that's not what
I-
I'm saying.
I
I'm
think
saying
that is how it went.
that's a fuck up on the referee.
right.
They could change the whole fight.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I would guess that it's going to be Mark Smith or Mark Goddard doesn't really do a whole lot of lighter weight
Was it
fights.
Jiang Yang Lee and Jai, the guy with the leopard hair?
Ija.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was that fight, wasn't it?
No, that was the fight that the guy was pissed that he lost.
Yeah, he was. He thought he fucking won.
Yeah, he
fucking
got
won.
it. and he was
Yeah,
like,
he was mad as hell.
Yeah, so that could have cost the fight.
Yeah,
But-
Zhang Li was the wicked. He was talking a bunch of shit. He was throwing f-bombs out in the
Yeah.
post fight.
All right, that's going to do it. UFC 284 comes live this Saturday. We might do a space. We might just hang out. We might do a podcast. So you guys make sure you check out our Twitter at @complete_MMA for more of that results, and you'll be able to figure out what we're doing for the event. I'm going to have it here. Obviously, you guys are more than welcome. So I'm going to buy it probably tomorrow. And the main card starts at 10 o'clock, I believe.
Mhm.
Yes, so it's regularly scheduled timing. And I work, so I will be getting home probably somewhere between 8 and 9.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'll let everybody know. And to be honest with you, I'm not really too worried about getting out early because I don't care much about this card. I'm not gonna lie to you.
There's like 2 fights.
Oh, you know what? Before we do that, we have to finish our locks though. I'm pretty sure I haven't. Yeah, I have to pick another lock. Steve and Austin, you guys are good. Colby, you're good. Dylan, you got to pick 3 locks.
3 total.
Yes, you have the main event's a lock.
Rodriguez.
Yeah. Yep.
Which one?
You following everyone else?
Yeah, which one?
Oh yeah, there's 2
Yeah.
Rodriguez. too.
Clayton
Clayton or Yair? You're
Yair.
going Yair. Okay.
And
Do
Builder. I remember his record.
Builder. Wow. Okay. That's tough.
Hmm.
You want to look at everybody else? You still need one more.
I still need one more.
You still need one more. We got Rodriguez for all 3 of us. Pedro for 2 of us. Kulabau for 1 of us. Crute for 1 of us. Rodriguez now for 2 of us.
We all took Tukagov, right?
Yes, we all took Tukagov.
Throw Tuk in there.
That's actually a good point because Tugov's minus 575.
Great
too.
lock. Great lock.
But he's fighting. Didn't we think that fight was actually closer than it was?
We did, yeah.
He's fighting Brenner. Brenner has a 4.5-inch reach advantage, but everything else looked at Tukagov, and Brenner's on short notice.
First fight in the UFC.
You know what? That's
You know?
I do like that. But what else can I pick? Because I like Jimmy Crute a lot too.
I think Tukanov's your safe bet.
I think it's
Listen,
listen, Tukagov, Della Maddalena, and Crute. Della Maddalena, the fight's closer than I think though, because Randy Brown could have a fucking upset. Jimmy Crute versus Menafield. Crute's fighting his first fight really back healthy, and he's in Australia. Tukagov is the huge favorite. I'm gonna go Jimmy Crute. I'm gonna go Crute for my 4th lock. All right. That's it for us. We're finally done. It is hour 15 minutes we've been going, so wow. Yeah, make sure you guys go check us out on our Twitter. Go follow us. And if you guys are corresponding with us enough, you can be invited to MMA Complete Accumulation, our community, which has been popping off lately. We just
if you're
over,
lucky enough.
We just hit over 800
Fucking
followers,
lucky
so that's shit. We've been gaining traction a lot lately.
You gotta have a follow.
Again, shout out to Tony Ferguson, Daniel Cormier, and John Anik for what they've been hooking us up with on Twitter and shit.
Yes, sir.
That's going to do it. Everybody, I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. Hope you guys make some money on UFC 284 like we will. And for the last time until the pay-per-view,